Hey everybody, it's Benton and Drew with Next Home Legendary Property. Guys, here we're giving you a video series of the home buying process.
That's right.
And what steps you absolutely need to take to do it right and do it proper. Today we're going to be talking all things lending.
Really, one key place to start if you haven't done it before. We deal with a lot of first-time home buyers, and this is the first most important thing to do. Is to get visiting with a lender. Lending. Because if you're about like 95% of us out there in the real world, I guess, if we don't have cash. If you have cash to buy a place, bless you, good on you. But most of us have to get a loan to buy a house.
That's right.
You know, a lot of people call, or if they're in their first process of buying a house, they're gonna call somebody and be like, why do I gotta talk to a lender and get finance right away?
Can I just look at a home?
Yeah, come on.
Just let me in.
Just let me in. And we do that. We don't mind doing that.
That's right.
But as agents, we have to be very aware of our time and what we're doing. But you as a buyer, potentially too, you don't want to waste your time either.
That's
you know what I'm saying? So your time's valuable. We all got lists of things to do throughout the day, and your time's important too. Not just ours. As advisors, as real estate people, and been doing it for a while now. We really say, this is where you want to start. And we got some good resources here in town. We got some really good lenders in town that know their stuff. They know different programs, things like that. Most important thing is knowing what you can afford. You don't want to be going into a place and you have no idea. I do a loan calculator online. Oh, I can afford that. Well, there's some hidden costs in there that sometimes you don't know about, and you need to talk to a lender to know exactly what all those are. Also, see where your rate's going to be at, because if you got good credit, it can be a good rate. If you don't have good credit, your rate can be affected by that, and so your monthly payments and obligations are going to be higher, so that'll reduce what you can afford in a house. And there's nothing worse, actually. I've done this a few times with people. We go out, we look for houses, they love it, they want to negotiate on it, and I'm like, well, we got to get the lender right away. And they go and they realize they can't afford that house at all. Right. And so it's psychologically, it's like,
got their hopes up.
Oh, hopes up. Squash. You ever had your hope let down? I mean, I know a lot of us have been let down in life, but when you can avoid those at all possible, that's pretty smart, because that sucks being disappointed, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Nothing worse than getting your hopes up.
Yeah, nothing worse than that. So
and being let down.
Oftentimes, people are actually approved for more than what they want to spend on their budget. So a lot of times you'll go to a lender and you're like, oh wow, we're approved for $500,000 house. All right,
mansion.
Do you really want to do that? Do you really? It's probably advisable not to go to max budget on what you can afford based on what the lender's telling you, because there could be some other factors there. You definitely want to live, to have a good quality of life, and that's what you and I are all about. Is like, hey, we want people to have a good quality of life. We don't want you to be house poor.
Absolutely.
Don't be house poor. Have money, have discretionary income on hand so you can take vacations, buy presents, you know what I'm saying? You don't want that all going towards your house and the stress of all that on your relationship. We're not financial advisors. This is just more like life coaching. Like, don't live below your means. Don't go beyond what you can afford. So it's good to get with that lender, so then you can kind of scale that and really be smart about what you're going to do.
Good resource for you guys, and we're saying go to the lender, which is great, but a good resource too is an agent like myself or Drew, because we're the ones dealing with the lenders in the field who are doing the home mortgages, and we basically have our finger on the pulse of what lenders are going to do the job correctly and what might let the ball slip. An agent like Drew or myself is a good resource if you don't already have a lender to go to for the mortgage.
Right, absolutely. Not all lenders are created equal in our community, just like agents. Some are better than others. People think of this like a commodity, like, oh, you guys are all the same. Well, not really.
No.
Some have different experiences, different connections, and a lot of them have different knowledge bases that you really want to be careful who you're selecting.
Absolutely. And if we were all the same, we'd all be making the same money. You see every face on the billboard, this and that. The fact of the matter is that some agents are part-time. They don't even do it full-time as a job. Both Drew and myself are full-time agents. And so I would advocate that you do that. You go ahead and you contact a full-time agent. Because you're not going to go to a lawyer for something and, hey, do you do this part-time? You're going to want somebody who's all in and immersed in real estate, which we are.
I also do drywall on the side.
Yeah, you try. Yeah, right.
I'm a drywall.
Yeah, I'm a drywaller / realtor / I'm an entrepreneur.
I'm a lawyer as well. When you talk to a lender, depending on like your job status or where you're at income wise, you can actually qualify for different types of loan programs. So there's financial assistance for down payment for certain people that have a lower income. There's also programs for people that are, obviously military. There's the VA, which is 0% down. There's USDA for rural properties, which is 0 down. I mean, there's all sorts of stuff out there where you actually can get some pretty good benefits and perks if you just talk to a lender, and you'll be like, oh, I didn't know that was out there. A lot of times these guys and gals, they know what they're doing and where you're at and what they can fit you into program wise. It's going to be a really good benefit to you as a borrower. Those hidden costs and things like that, like a big one for VA military people is it's 0 down, but yet there's a VA funding fee, and that's kind of like a hidden, people don't know that a lot until they start talking and getting into the process. They roll that funding fee, basically your down payment, into your loan amount. So those are things that you need to know about.
Yeah, and then the process, you guys, for getting a loan, as soon as you find out what lender you want to do, the lenders that we work with personally, it's basically a 10-minute phone call. You don't have to be in there face-to-face. You can. We recommend working with a local lender. I know a lot of military people are like, let's go with USAA, and dealing with that firsthand.
Navy Freedom Rule, Freedom Mortgage.
Right, you're basically a number. You're dealing with someone out of state who doesn't know the market, who doesn't know you. If you do have a problem, you can't go in face-to-face. So we recommend getting a local lender. That process, like we said, is about 10 minutes over the phone. You can go in person if you want, if you're a person, face-to-face person. Awesome.
Schedule the appointment, go see them face-to-face.
Yeah, they'll talk numbers with you. Basically, they're just going to get some information, what do you do for a job, what's your income, your expenses. They'll break it down. They'll give you a pre-approval letter, which is very important for us as agents, because if we find the one house for you guys, that listing agent's gonna demand a pre-approval letter. They're protecting their seller, so they're gonna require that from you as the buyer to make sure you're good to buy.
The more we know about you and your situation, especially financing, the better we can assist you.
Well, guys, we just want to thank you for watching this video. Take a look down low in the description, video number 2, which is the home search process, how to go about that, and how we can, as agents, can help you do that to the best of our ability.
That's right.
Thanks, guys.
All right, see you on the next one. Have a good one.